What's going on out there, everybody? Doing a review that was requested by YouTube Moses, and tonight when I got home I put in Videodrome. I have the Criterion Collection edition. I'll show it a little closer there, you can't see it. I think I've shown this a few times, maybe on a couple other vids. I know I showed it on my Criterion Collection vid. But I was asked by YouTube Moses to review this film, and I hadn't watched it in a while, so I thought, yeah, why not? I'll throw it in and watch it again, and that way I can refresh myself on what I'd like to say about it. This movie, just to start out, if you've never seen the film or you don't know anything about it, it's done by a director named David Cronenbergs. Who's done such other movies as The Brood, Scanners. Recently, what most people that aren't into older films would know him from is A History of Violence and Eastern Promises. But he's also done Naked Lunch and The Fly. So he's definitely a unique director and definitely does things his way and makes movies that are definitely out of the norm. Because to call this movie weird would be a complete understatement. Very strange film, not to say that that's in a bad way or that it's unenjoyable. It's completely enjoyable in my opinion. The film is basically about a man named Max Wren, played by James Woods, and the only other person really in the movie that stands out as far as actors go or anything is Deborah Harry, which is Blondie, that plays in the film as well. But it's mainly, it focuses on James Woods as the actor and the main character and everything. But it's basically, he has a sleazy TV station that, he's kind of a pirate station and doesn't have a whole lot of money like the other big stations have to purchase, I guess like what would be like big Hollywood films or anything like that. So in order to keep an audience, he tracks down and views the lowest grade, most violent, sexually explicit films and shows and things for people to watch on his channel. And in doing this, he has boxes of tapes that he goes through that people bring to him, and he goes and tries to find these different signals from around the world to find, odd and violent or, overtly sexual material to find. And in doing this, he comes across a tape called Videodrome, and it's basically a torture tape of masked men torturing a woman, and he finds more of them. And in investigating this, he becomes obsessed with it, and he has advisors and people telling him not to pursue it. And eventually, he starts seeing things and starts having hallucinations and visions. And you're not always quite sure what's real and what's fake, or if he's really having visions, or if he's just if he's just imagining all this, or if it's all real, or anything. And I think it's sort of, in my opinion, it's left up to you as the viewer, because to me this whole film is a commentary on the whole debate on, because at the time this film came out, and I do believe, yeah, 83, so at the time it was a big debate still on whether or not certain things being viewed by certain audiences could be effective in some way, or if viewing too much violence could turn people violent, or viewing too much sexual content would make people overtly sexual and violently sexual, or anything like that. And it's basically a social commentary on that. And what I think is great about what Cronenberg did is he didn't just make a movie that was commenting on the fact that is this real? Do these things happen? Do people become affected by what they view? But it's more is to say, is someone trying to affect people in that way? Is someone trying to cause things to happen to people? Which is basically where the Videodrome stuff comes from. Is you find out that the Videodrome signal causes hallucinations, and it causes people to do things that the people who create the Videodrome signal want them to do. Now, I don't want to divulge any further into the plot or the story or anything, because the story, after about halfway through, gets pretty wild, and you've got a lot of crazy stuff going on. One thing that always stood out to me, and that I liked about the movie when I was younger, when I saw it, because when I was younger, I didn't think about any of the stuff that I was just talking about. I just thought it was a cool movie, and the wild special effects and just some wild imagery, which the imagery is still amazing, even as a grown man. But the special effects are incredible. Rick Baker did such an amazing job on the special effects, and some of the stuff that happens in the film with the TV coming to life and bulbing out of the screen of the television, bulging out, and James Woods pushing his face into it, things like that. The gun in the stomach scene always has stood out to me. I always think it's such an amazing sequence, and visually so incredible, and I always thought that was really nice. But just to talk about the set real quick, the set's really nice. You've got, I think it came out in 2004. You've got a high-def transfer from the unrated version of the film. This is the unrated version. It's got two commentaries, one with David Cronenbergs and the director of photography Mark Irwin, with actors James Woods and Deborah Harry. And then you've got a short film with Videodrome's Les Carlson, written and directed by Cronenberg, called Camera. There's some other stuff on the second disc. It's got a nice 40-page booklet with some essays and articles. The second disc has Forging the New Flesh, a new half-hour documentary featurette by filmmaker Michael Lennick about the creation of Videodrome's video and prosthetic makeup effects. Effects Men, new audio interview with special makeup effects creator Baker and video effects supervisor Lennick. Bootleg video, the complete footage of Samurai Dreams in 7 minutes of transmissions from Videodrome presented in their original unedited form with filmmaker commentary. My favorite feature on this set is Fear on Film, a 26-minute roundtable discussion from 1982 between filmmakers David Cronenberg, John Carpenter, John Landis, and Mick Garris. Really cool little roundtable discussion with 4 amazing directors. And it's got the original theatrical trailers, promotional featurette, stills galleries featuring hundreds of rare behind-the-scene production photos, special effects, makeup tests, and publicity photos. Coolest thing about this is, as you see, it's got all the markings of what an old Betamax cassette would be, because that's what they use in the film. Sorry, can't seem to get it out of there. And the case itself looks like an old Betamax. It says Videodrome on there, and then on the back it has that. So, super cool case. This is one of my favorite DVD editions that I own of anything, just because it's a great package, great features, a film that I enjoy watching over and over. So, but I give the film my personal 5 out of 5. Love this film. I think it's so intriguing, so thought-provoking. Visually impressive. The acting is on spot. It's great. A little confusing. May take a few viewings to kind of gauge what's going on, and still by the end you're still not really sure. I think it's left up to you personally. And then as far as the set goes, I give it a 5 out of 5. I mean, it's got some great extra stuff on there, 2 commentaries, all this, the extra making of stuff, the 40-page booklet. Everything you want. If you're a fan of Videodrome, you need this edition. It's a great edition, and if you've never seen the film, maybe try to get one of the cheaper editions first, and if you enjoy it, try to track this one down later. But hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll be glad to do many more on request. Sure, why not, as long as I have the time. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, sub. Let me know how I'm doing. Thanks, guys. Later.